I'm just pulling your leg. The story was the bare minimum. It was not some. It was nothing mind blowing. It was nothing memorable. It's just there to serve purpose to the to the adventure. I mean, I guess you can call that. I'm gonna be the one to say it. The story consists of KU, or as Rams likes to call him, to be captured by the hunters, and the other animals that are associated with Cow are also captured. In the game story is pretty much Cow that sets himself free has to release the other animals from the hands of the other hunter. And so the game consists of him just going through levels and releasing other pets while also just acquiring money because at the beginning of the game there's this one douchebag pirate that doesn't let you pass unless you give him like 3,000 coins, or as the game likes to call it, ducats or ducats or whatever the hell you
The
call it.
blooms.
And
The
what
blooms.
the bloom, I don't know, the coin thingy. Well, at least on the PC version it was ducats. I don't know if it's different on the PS2.
Maybe it wasn't
Well,
an intention.
regardless. Well, well, regardless. The one thing I noticed with that part is that why the hell doesn't Cal just beat him up? Hell, you see him in other levels, other pirates that use the same model, and Cal just beats the shit out of him. Why can't he just beat the other guy?
Because here's the thing, that guy who's guarding the gate, he has the key, he can open the gates. KU cannot open the gate without his help. And this is brought up in every single level in the game where he has to help a friend, and then that friend would help him open the gate, you know? So, you know, he can't open doors. KO cannot open doors with his gloves. He's got gloves on, he can't take off these gloves. He can't turn
He needs to take him off.
he can't even turn a doorknob. He has to ram the door in order to open it.
So hey, if it works, it works. He should have used his mouth to open to insert the key into the keychain. I don't know. Well, regardless.
But I would like to bring
Yeah.
up, I love how a kangaroo, you know, a kangaroo who boxes, he's got boxing gloves on. The game is called KU Round 2, so you know there's a boxing team. I love how the main villains of this game are pirates. Because when I think about boxing, I think about pirates. I think about collecting booty. That's this game. This game's a masterpiece. It gets me. It gets me.
Getting it. Getting ass is the name of the game. Cow 2, ass magnet. But actually, it was called Kao the Kangaroo, and the boxing team was used because kangaroos use their hands to fight off their enemies. True
Yeah.
story. Like kangaroos in real life are like one of the most violent species of animals. If you go near one, it will beat the shit out of you. Literally.
Yeah.
Um. Well, what do you think of the story? Yeah, I'm here like rambling on.
I
So
think the story was pointless because all the game was you have to get past this gate, but you got to collect enough money, which is like 3,000 doubloons, we'll say, in order to get past the door. So what you gotta do is go to each level and collect like 500 coins per level, and then eventually you'll get enough to get past the door. But by the time you get to the door, every single one of the friends you met along the way got kidnapped and brought on the other side of that door. So now, going onto the other side of the door means you also have to save your friends and defeat the bad guy. And then the last level is you finally get past that door, and then you gotta fight everything on the other side of that door. You gotta dodge the pirate ship, you gotta make it to the end, and then fight the big giant pirate boss. Which there's two pirate bosses, actually, technically. Well, not two. There's one pirate, and then there's one who's the zookeeper or hunter guy.
I mean, yeah, you gotta fight off like a miner or some shit that shoots off cannons. I remember that being like he was on a train and you had to.
That's that's like the
something.
fourth boss battle in the game. I'm pretty sure. No, second boss battle in the game. He was the winter boss battle, the miner guy.
I mean, the boss battles are not that memorable. I mean, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna give like a small spoilers of my opinion on the game. I think the game is very average. The game is a pleasant average platformer that you'd find on Goodwill, uh, bar, bargain bin, if you know what I mean. To me it has that vibe. It's not a bad game. I enjoyed my time with Kao the Kangaroo. There weren't any moments per se that I disliked. There were moments that I did not appreciate and did not enjoy, but we'll get to that later.
Hmm.
But I wouldn't call Kao the Kangaroo like lazy or mediocre. It was a very pleasant time for me, and it was actually the first time I played the game from beginning to end. I had the game on my library, played a bit, and just let it go. And then when we arranged to do this debate thing, I saw that you had Cow, and it gave me an excuse for me to actually give the game a
This is
shot.
the first game. I mean,
So
this is the
yeah,
first time I have ever played KO the Kangaroo Round 2. Because I got a broken copy of this game for the PlayStation 2, so I had to emulate this game on like a ROM site. So I had to go to a ROM site, had to download the ROM, and then I played it on my emulator. Because usually when I play it on emulator, I use the disc. I couldn't do it this time. I had to actually get a ROM on a ROM site and do it that way. But, yeah, broken copy. This is my first time playing a game, and I gotta say, it's actually pretty good. It's difficult. It has a pretty massive difficulty spike in the winter stage, but you get used to it, and it's pretty solid. It's not like the most amazing game I've ever played in my life, but you can do worse than KO Round 2 of the Kangaroo on the PlayStation 2. You can do much worse than this when it comes to 3D platforms on the PS2.
I didn't find the game hard at all. I mean, I died a couple of times on the winter stages, but that was because it was my wrongdoing. Because I meant to collect all the coins. You know, I meant to collect the most amount of coins I can gather on a
Yeah.
level, so I don't have to backtrack. So I could have like the 3,000 quarters to pay off that stupid pirate. Because I didn't want to backtrack just to get the amount of coins he
Hmm.
desires. So I pretty much mostly all of my deaths were pretty much me who just killed themselves just to go back to the checkpoint, so you could gather the coins. So that I could gather the coins I missed during those part of
Oh
the
yeah,
levels. To
there's a
me,
story detail I want to get into, but if you want to wrap up what you're saying right now, you can, if you want. Do you want to say it?
yeah, just saying that about the ice levels. To me, the ice levels do not control bad. They had like awkward physics, but I got used to them. But then again, I played on the keyboard. I don't know how it is on an actual controller, but to me on the keyboard it felt decently. I handle it at first. I struggled, but I after a few minutes I just got used to the controls. That's all there is to it. I didn't find any part of the control schemes like wonky per se. Just awkward and needed the learning
Yeah, the
curve.
controls
But
aren't
it's an
that
easy one.
bad on the PlayStation 2 version of the game, but there's some lag to it, and that's probably because I'm playing on an emulator. It probably would have been a lot easier if I wasn't playing on an emulator, but I had to, just because of my broken copy. But let's go back to the story of the game, because I just noticed something that's pretty funny if you think about it. And that's that the pirate at the gate has been established to be working for a pirate who owns the gold, which is the gold that Kao the Kangaroo ends up stealing to pay off his debt in order to get past the gates. But by giving the pirate the gold, he now can bring it back to his boss. But at the same time, the boss comes in and then attacks KO and the pirate for stealing his gold, even though the gold was going back to him because that's his own employee.
Yeah, I kind of got lost there, but at the same time, I think I got the gist of it. I did not pay attention to that detail because, like I said before, the the cutscenes have like this awkward pause in between each time they
Yeah.
speak. I don't know if it's the same for you. So I ended up just skipping them altogether. I did not pay attention to the character interactions. All I know is that it was awkward and very odd to be invested in. I did not. They took like these long ass pauses, and I did not have the patience to endure them. So yeah, I kind of did not pay attention to that tiny details. Maybe it was said in a cutscene, but I, I did not pay attention to that.
Okay,
So, sorry, go on.
so cow design. How do you like KO's look? Oh, I mean cow. I mean cow design in terms of how do you like KO's look and how do you like the backgrounds? How do you like the absolute atmosphere of the game?
I find the game to be very luscious. I guess that's what I'm going for here. The environments are very well made. The forests are very green, and I can sense like the sense of wonder and livelihood in them. I like the ice stages as well. I think they're very well designed and very gorgeous to look at. Of course, it's not a Mona Lisa, of course, but it's very pleasant to look at. I also like the mines. They're the way they're designed. They're also very well made. I think the color palette should have been a bit more darkened, but again, that's my personal preference. I like the temple levels, but that's because I like temple levels in general in video games. I always love their concept. Um, and the only level I did not like was the last level, but that's because I did not like the aesthetic of the hub world. And since the game pretty much is the extension of the hub world, like the actual level, I did not like it. I did not like it at all. Yeah, I found it to be very bland and boring. From being
Yeah, the
honest.
temple level, I got
As for
lost
the
in a
char-
lot because of the design. But, I mean, I didn't get
as
lost,
for the
but I'm
character
just saying
design,
that I was confused on which way I was going for a brief period of time because everything looked exactly the same in the temple. And the art design didn't feel too much, didn't feel like too established, I guess. It's the best way to say it because, like, oh, random tiki design for the wall and it spits fire at you. That's a great enemy. That's so KO. You know?
yeah, it was a bit out of place. Yes, I did not find it very in touch with the overall theme of the
Yeah.
game. But at the same time, I did not mind it. I did raise an eyebrow to it, but I did not,
I mean, throughout the
I did
game, you
not.
got like elves of hammers attacking you. You got what else? Um, that's you got the pirate guys with I think hammers. I guess they also got hammers. Everybody's got hammers.
You,
Then you got the pirate guys with
you got
guns.
the elves.
What?
You got fucking elves with hammers that also hit
No, I said
you.
that too.
You got you
Yeah, I
said
said
elves.
elves. I
Okay,
said
my
the
bad.
pirate guys with hammers, and you got pirate guys with guns. What else you got?
You got
Yeah, you got
crabs. You
crabs.
got crabs.
Everybody's got
You got
crabs. You got crabs. We all got crabs.